Penukonda in Andhra Pradesh was the capital of the Aravidu dynasty, the last dynasty of the Vijayanagar Empire. Here, we find many structures from the era of the Aravidu dynasty. One of these structures is claimed to be the jail where Krishnadevaraya's minister Thimmarasu was kept captive. Who was this Thimmarasu and why did he end up in this prison? Before we discuss this information, do subscribe to this channel if you like content about historical places of India. Saluva Timma, also known as Thimmarasu, was a wise and skilled leader who served as the prime minister to the famous Vijayanagar king Krishnadevaraya. He played a crucial role in expanding and strengthening the empire under Krishnadevaraya's rule. He even played a significant part in Krishnadevaraya becoming the king. Before Krishnadevaraya's rule, the previous king Vijayanagar, when he was in his deathbed, was worried that his half-brother Krishnadevaraya will snatch the kingdom after his death. He wanted his 8-year-old son to become the new king. So he calls Thimmarasu and asks him to blind Krishnadevaraya to prevent him from claiming the throne after his death. But Thimmarasu, thinking about the welfare of the kingdom, chose not to harm Krishnadevaraya. Instead, he cleverly fulfilled the king's wish by presenting him with a pair of goat's eyes before he passed away. After Veera Narasimharaya's death, Krishnadevaraya became the king and Thimmarasu became his prime minister. Their bond was so strong that Krishnadevaraya affectionately called him Appaji, which is a word used for father figures. Thimmarasu served as Krishnadevaraya's chief minister, playing a key role in the empire's growth and consolidation. He supervised the construction of important temples and monuments. However, trouble arose when Krishnadevaraya decided to retire in 1524 AD and placed his 6-year-old son Tirumala on the throne. Krishnadevaraya became the prime minister and Thimmarasu was appointed as a counselor to the new king. Festivities marked the young king's coronation for almost 8 months, but sadly he fell ill and passed away. Suspicions arose, accusing Thimmarazu's son Timmadannayaka of causing the prince's death. The whole family, including Timmadannayaka, Thimmarasu, and Thimmarazu's brother Gundaya or Govindaraya, was put on trial and sent to prison. 3 years later, in 1527, Timmadannayaka managed to escape from the prison and launched a rebellion against the Vijayanagar Empire with the help of his relatives and some mountain robbers. However, the rebellion was quelled and Timmanna was captured. As a consequence of his actions, the king ordered the punishment of Timmanna along with his father Thimmarasu and Gundaya, who were already in jail. And they were all tragically blinded. It is said that Timmadannayaka died in jail while Thimmarasu and Govindaraya remained imprisoned for long. These accounts are from the works of the Portuguese traveller Fernão Nunes, who travelled to Vijayanagar around 1535 AD. In some other versions, especially popularized by movies and folklore, Krishnadevaraya discovers that his son was killed by the Gajapatis of Orissa and pardons Thimmarasu. There are other versions that say that Thimmarasu continued to be the minister even during the rule of Achyutaraya, the half-brother of Krishnaraya, who ruled after him. According to local beliefs in Penukonda, this structure is believed to be the tomb of Thimmarasu following his death. Upon closer examination, it appears to have Islamic architecture, featuring a gumbaz on top and Islamic motifs inside. This raises questions about the accuracy of the historical information associated with this tomb. Thimmarasu was known to be a Brahmin, and that's one of the reasons why he was not executed by Krishnadevaraya and instead blinded, as executing a Brahmin was considered Brahmahatya, a grave sin in Hindu beliefs. Given this religious background, the construction of a tomb with Islamic architectural style seems incongruous with the Hindu Brahmins' customs and practices. It is possible that this tomb belongs to somebody from a different historical period, possibly from the time of the Sultanate rule that followed the Aravidu rule of Penukonda. The presence of Islamic motifs and architectural elements aligns more closely with that era.